Howdy folks, welcome to Post to Post. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new, my name is Neil and I've got 3 things to say before we get into this ranking. They're very quick, I promise, so please don't skip ahead. Thing number 1, over 70% of you, according to my analytics, are return viewers and are not subscribed. So if you are coming back for more videos, chances are you might like at least something. So please do me a favor. If you've got 5 seconds, please go down, hit the subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me. Thing number 2, all the graphics that you're going to see in this video are provided by thefaceoff.net. Amazing site. So many cool things on that site. I would highly encourage you after this video to go to that site and check out everything they've got going on over there. Really cool site and amazing graphics. Truly amazing graphics. I can't wait to show you guys them. And it's because some of the graphics you're going to see are it's an ice surface, right? It's big, so it's hard to see some of the little intricate details and stuff. So please go visit the site afterwards. Thing number 3, which may be the most important thing, is the actual ranking itself. These are ice surfaces. They generally all look pretty much identical. The ads are going to be different. The lines might be different a little bit. And then the logo in the middle of the ice. I mean, there's not really a lot to go on here. So typically when I come up with ranking videos, I'm pretty concrete and confident in my rankings. The odd time there's that middle zone where, you know, if I ranked it a week later, it might be a little bit different. If I rank these in a week, they might be completely different. There's just not enough to go on to really form a true, positive and confident opinion here. Maybe the top like 3 or 4, but other than that, it's kind of a jumble. But I want to take you through all of them anyway and have some fun because it's really cool. I think you're going to learn a lot about some of these ice surfaces around the NHL that maybe didn't know before, because I learned a ton just because I prepped for this video, and I can't wait to show you guys some of the little details that you might not know about. So let's get into it, and let's start off with my least favorite, which is going to be number 32, and that is going to be St. Louis. Now, there's got to be a last place, right? And unfortunately, St. Louis is it. That doesn't mean that I hate this ice surface or I dislike it even. I don't feel anything about it, either positively or negatively. It's just a pretty generic ice surface. You've got the lines, which are all very true, and there's not any details within them. It's a solid blue, a solid red, and then another solid blue. There's ads on the ice. There's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. So there's not too much sense in talking a lot about each specific ad, but the main ads that I'm going to be talking about throughout this entire video are the ones that surround the middle logo on the ice. So the logo is placed nicely. It's got to be like that because of the camera, but the exterior logo here, the Enterprise Center, they're the sponsor. They're the primary sponsor of the arena, so I understand that they get that primary spot around the logo. Unfortunately, the green does not match the blue, so it's not very complimentary, and it kind of clashes a little bit. And you're going to see really good examples throughout this video of teams who matched well with sponsors based on color. So I had to kind of use that as a decision maker here to rank this last. The color combination near the middle of the ice, and also the solid lines, which are just pretty generic. So let's move on to number 31, and I've put the Boston Bruins for kind of the same reason. We've got very solid lines, nothing intricate going on. But when I look at the TD Garden sponsorship coming around here, when I think Boston, I just think TD Garden. That sponsorship is just blown in my face so much from TV, and I don't mind it actually. I don't even register it. It's just when I think Boston, I kind of think TD Garden. So I'm kind of okay with that. The green doesn't bother me too much, and obviously the yellow is very complementary to the logo in the middle. So let's move on to number 30, and that's going to be Colorado. And there's a lot of ball going on here, okay? There's a ball arena text, there's a ball little logo on each side, and then there's a big giant ball one off to the top right here. So yeah, we get it, okay? It's the Ball Arena. You've renamed the arena. It's called the Ball Arena. It's not the Pepsi Center anymore, or whatever it was called. It's a little overpowering with the balls, okay? Calm down, tone it down with the balls. But if you haven't noticed, the center ice line, oops, sorry, that was my computer. The center ice line has a bit of a design going through it. It's almost this like diamond shape coming all the way down through. So here's where we start to see some little interesting, intricate details in some of the red line work. So I'm excited to show you, but from right now, Colorado, you're 30th. Number 29, we got the Pittsburgh Penguins. PPG Paint's arena text. It doesn't look too bad because it's blue. It kind of matches the blue lines itself. On this specific graphic, the 2 shades of blue are a little bit different. I'm not actually sure if that's the same in real life or not, but I'm just going to ignore that for the most part. The fact that they're blue, I like that. Even the logo on each side is okay. The black arena text looks good. It matches the logo in the middle. And again, we've got this cool kind of shape going down the red line. So that's really interesting. I love that teams are kind of putting that in there. Number 28, the San Jose Sharks, kind of for the same reason. They got that blue SAP or SAP. Well, I think it's SAP. I don't think anyone says SAP, but I think I accidentally did that one time. But that matches the blue line as well because it's blue. And then a different design kind of coming down here, almost like, I don't even know what you'd call that, but like train track kind of design going down there. So that's really cool. Moving on to number 27 for the exact same reason. The same design coming down the red line. Nice text around us, the Prudential Center. Not too much of a logo there, just mainly text around there. So that's pretty nice. A bit of an awkward center ISO because you've got the blue thin line coming around, and then you've got the black outline of the logo, or not outline, but that black backing section or shape of the logo. So it almost looks like an eyeball in a way, so a little awkward, but not too bad. Number 26, you got the United Center. Now you're kind of using the same train track shape here in the red line, but it's extended, or the distance is greater between them. I think I prefer this versus the other one. The other one felt a little bit busy, so I like that design a little bit more. United Center matches the blue, so a nice complement there, which is really nice. And yeah, let's move on to number 25. That's going to be the PNC Arena in Carolina. And although the orange and the red do clash, and it bothers me a little bit, I kind of like the pattern that it makes, the pattern of color that it makes, the orange into that blue. It looks blue on my screen for the PNC, then orange, and then blue, and then orange. I kind of like that, even though it clashes with the red. But the center ice design, or the center ice stripe rather, the red line, is weird. It almost looks like Morse code in a way, dot, 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 dash, whatever. So that's kind of cool, but there are definitely some better ones coming up, and you're about to see it. But until then, let's move on to number 24. So this is totally new. We've got the red line almost completely gone. I would say that there's more white if you actually look at the other ones versus this one. There's just that red stripe that goes down. You might think it's white stripes, but on the other side, there's a white stripe that goes down. So I think there's 5 white stripes and 3 red stripes. So there's less red than there is white. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but it's an interesting take, and I also like the fact that there's no logos coming around the Wells Fargo. It's just Wells Fargo Center, just text, so I kind of like that. Moving on to number 23, we've got the Canadian Tire Center, and that's going to be in Ottawa. So no design through the red line, but there's so much complementary red in the middle. The Canadian Tire text is in red. The Canadian Tire logo is in red. There's a little bit of green, but insignificant. So that matches well with the logo. That matches with the center line. So really good color in the middle of this ice surface. Number 22, Detroit. So we're going back to a bit of that dash or that train track kind of look, but some of the other ads on the ice are red, like that one on the ones on the top. But the coolest thing about this, and I'll say I don't like the orange for Little Caesars, but the coolest thing is there's a puck in here. So I like the fact that there's an actual hockey element in the sponsor's logo on the arena. I like that little touch. It feels a little bit right-weighted as far as balance, but I like this one quite a bit, actually. Number 21, the Montreal Canadiens. So this is my favorite team. I decided to put them kind of in the middle. I felt like the line coming through the H, because the H is so squished in that size, you kind of lose the H in the middle, and it makes the logo itself look a little bit awkward, almost like the logo is cross-eyed or something. So I didn't actually like that very much. I don't know what you would do to combat that, make the logo a little bit bigger or small. I don't know, but yeah, it bothered me. But the text around it, just the really small Bell Center text, is great. That's probably the best circular text that we've seen so far. Moving on to number 20. Rogers Arena. This is Vancouver. I love how big the logo is, but something has changed here. We've got the repeating pattern in the red line, but it's angled a little bit. I don't know why it's angled. It looks a little bit like that barber pole, but I like it. It adds a bit of personality to the line, just adding that little bit of an angle in there, and then the Rogers Arena text complements the red as well. So good job here. I like the angle. Number 19, the Nashville Predators. Here's where things get real interesting. I'm not sure if you can tell on the screen. You probably can't, actually. So I encourage you to go to thefaceoff.net after this video is over to check it out for yourself. But on that red line is actually the Predators logo kind of in there. It's colorized differently depending on the backing color. So when the backing color is white, the logo is red. When it's on red, the logo is white. And it just kind of follows that same pattern all the way down. I like that, and I like what's coming too. So I'm excited to show you guys. 18, we got Minnesota. What's in the middle line? That it looks to me from the distance like that is the outline of Minnesota State. And I love that. It makes it a little bit left weighted, left, it's heavy on the left because of the orientation, but I like it a lot. I think that was a really, really clever and cool thing to put in the line. And yeah, just kind of innovative. So good job, Minnesota. Number 17, we got the LA Kings. And again, they've added a bit of life to the red line, a bit of personality. They've got the crown in there. The entire line is red. It's not split up into sections. It's red, but then that white crown is just put in there, symmetrically spaced. So I like that a lot. That's a really cool thing. These are the things that I did not know about before I started to prep for this video. I didn't know that there were specific logos in the red lines. I pay attention to a lot of things that aren't actually hockey: logos, jerseys, uniforms, all that stuff. And I pay attention to where ads are on the ice and stuff, but I've never noticed designs in the red line. I'm kind of mad at myself for not knowing it, but I'm so glad that faceoff.net the faceoff.net had these graphics up here, because I learned something. I've been watching hockey my entire life. I'm in my mid-30s, and I've learned something. Like, how did I not know this already? But I'm happy that I do now, and I love it. So let's move on to number 16, and that's going to be the Washington Capitals. Capital One Arena. The blue text around is complementary to the blue line. However, it is a bit slanted. It's almost like it's just uneven. There's more letters on the left than there are on the right. I don't know what you do to fix that, but it feels a little off. But I love the center line, the red line. It's mostly white, actually. Got the thin red stripes along the sides, and then the negative space of white, and then the red star kind of coming down all the way through there to kind of match the the star from the logo. So really cool implementation on the red line there. I like that a lot. Number 15, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I love this. They've got that repeating pattern, but they've put the logo, the Toronto Maple Leafs logo, in each block, but every second one is mirrored or switched, or the orientation is changed. So one time the Maple Leaf will be like this, and the other time they'll be like this. So it kind of has this repeating pattern, kind of going back and forth. Also, if you look off to the left, instead of an Excel gum logo, they actually have what looks to be an actual pack of Excel gum. I don't know if that's actually on the ice or not. But number 14, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now we're getting into some real intricacies here. We've got repeating patterns and spaces. It's slanted, and there's a logo in it. There's a little bit of a lightning bolt in the red, and that's really cool. I just love the fact that these teams are having personality and putting the stuff in the red line. It's so silly, but I like it. Number 13, the Calgary Flames. Look at all those Calgary Flames logos in that red line. It is awesome. This may be better branded as a red line ranking video. I just don't know how else to kind of rank the whole center ice. So I've got to focus on what's different. And other than the ads, it's the red line. And the red line looks awesome here. Scotiabank Saddle Dome, the text is red. It also matches the red line and the logo itself. So really good color combinations here, or color symmetry. So yeah, good job, Calgary. Number 12, Anaheim. And we've got the kind of a two-tone version of the logo, or just a white version of the logo, really, on the red. On the red. It looks good. The Honda logo matches the red line. There is no red, unfortunately, in the Anaheim logo, so you can't get around it. Okay, the red line has to be red. If it could be orange, it might match the logo a little bit better, but it still doesn't look too bad. I like that logo kind of in there, and it changes its direction depending if it's on the, I guess it depends, we'll say top, and then bottom. On the top, it faces this way as I'm looking at it, and then on the bottom, it faces this way as I'm looking at it. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but you understand if you see. Number 11, we've got Arizona, the Gila River Arena, and can you tell already what's in the red line? Kachina pattern, and it looks so good. It's almost like it's meant to be there. Like it was designed to be there from day one, even before Kachina existed. It just kind of looks cool, and it looks like a zipper a little bit from far away, but up close in person, I bet this would look amazing. And again, I encourage you to go to thefaceoff.net and look at it and zoom in and really appreciate it. Number 10, I put Seattle for a couple of reasons. I don't love the fact that the Climate Pledge Arena is in green. I think that probably could have been blue to match the blue line, but there is some green in the other sponsors around, on the top right, on the bottom left, so that green kind of does help balance things a little bit. Now, the logo looks amazing in there. The red line goes right through the red eye, which is cool. It might actually would have been neat to see the red eye come up and over the red line. They probably aren't allowed to do that, but it would have been cool. But the red line itself is awesome. You get the repeating pattern, but then you've got that alternate logo in there on the red every single time. So that was a really cool addition. Number 9, the Columbus Blue Jackets, Nationwide Arena. The word nationwide is split up, which is very strange, but it's to make it symmetrical. So Washington maybe could have done this to make it work, but it may have not worked. But I don't mind it here. I actually think it looks okay. The Nationwide logo is on the right and the left. It's blue, so it matches the blue line. The other sponsors around are fairly complementary. A lot of reds, a lot of blues to match the Columbus Blue Jackets logo. I don't know if that was done intentionally because I look off to the left and I see a bit of a green logo. I guess there's more red and blue on the right and the left all the way down to on each end too. So really all of the ads kind of complement that middle logo quite well. But the center ice line, it's got that star in there and it looks amazing. Number 8, I put Buffalo. I don't know why I like this so much, but that damn key. It's called the Key Bank Center, and you could have just put the text there, but the key isn't. I got a key in there, and it's red, so it matches the red line, and also the diamond pattern going up looks pretty good. You might say that it contrasts a little bit harshly with the blue and the yellow from the logo, but I actually kind of like it. It makes the logo pop for me a little bit. So yeah, I really like this one a lot. It's a little bit less intricate than the ones we just looked at, but I felt like this one stood out because of the key as a weird thing. Number 7, Edmonton. So Rogers Place, the text, it matches the red line. You've got a Scotiabank logo on the top left. You've got a Rogers logo on the top right. There's a lot of Rogers going on, but whatever. But it matches nicely with the rest of the red that's going on. And the logo itself is so big, it almost takes up the entire section here of this circle. And the fact that they made their logo that big, fantastic. And they've got a pattern in the red, so that's cool as well. Let's move on to number 6, and that's going to be the Islanders. So there is no blue circular line around it. Okay, the entire circle is the Islanders logo, and it looks awesome. I'm so glad that they did that. The text around it is whatever. I don't really like it that much, but they've got a pattern in the red line, and the fact that they made their logo that big, automatically to me, that's a top 10 for me if I'm doing this. If I'm trying to be critical of all these things, I've got to use that as a reason, so top 10 for sure. Number 5, the Winnipeg Jets. So it's not as big as the Islanders logo. We do get that blue circular line all over there, but the text around the Canada Life Center is complementary to the red in the logo. The Nissan and Budweiser logo up there is also complementary, and then they've got the jet in the red line, and I love aviation, so the fact that you're not going to put maybe an alternate logo or something else in there, you just went with the jet right in the red line. That's top 5 for me. So Jets, you're top 5. Moving on to number 4, Dallas. I love this one. The text is not symmetrical because you got American Airlines up top and then just center at the bottom, but at least they tried to make it symmetrical as in the sense of nothing's off tilt or anything. The American Airlines logo on the side complements the red line in the middle and the blue line, which is nice. And then the red line itself is outlined in red, white as a negative space, and then that kind of Texas shape there in the middle. It looks amazing. I think this is perfect because it matches the logo in the middle of the ice, which isn't their primary logo. So a bit of an interesting take here. I like the fact that they didn't go with the primary logo. They went with something else. So good job, Dallas. And moving on to number 3. We're in the top 3 right now. And taking up third space is the Florida Panthers. I'm just going to give you a couple seconds so you can look at this and tell me, what does this have or not have that none of the others did or didn't? Text. There is no arena text around the logo in the middle or around the circle. It's just a logo and it's just a circle. There is no text. This is the only one, I think. There is no text around it, okay? Like, that is amazing. It's so clean. And you might say, well, maybe they don't have enough sponsors and stuff. Well, there's sponsors everywhere else on there. So don't make fun of Florida too much. There's sponsors everywhere else on the ice. There's just none in the middle, and I appreciate that. And there's the star that's running through the red line, so that's really cool. So I like the fact that it was a little bit more clean in the middle than most other ones. Number 2, we've got the Rangers. So it does say Madison Square Garden there, okay? It's not totally clean. However, that the way that they've done the logo is they've almost made the outline around the logo be the logo itself. It looks all as one cohesive piece. There's no external text around it. They put it on the inside, the arena name on the inside, which is really cool. They even crossed off, or they even blocked off part of the U and the Q in square. So like they just went for it, and I love that. They've got a bit of a pattern in the red line, and it just looks amazing. They've got the year in there, 1926. It just looks so good. And number one, I put the Vegas Golden Knights. Look at the intricacies in this center ice design. The T-Mobile Arena in pink, whatever, okay, whatever. But the center ice design's got that intricate design in there as well. And then the logo itself is in there. It has its intricacies, as well as the kind of repeating pattern going around it to make up the circle. Like this was a clear number one for me. As soon as I saw this, a lot of the other ones, it's like, well, you know, that could be 14th position or it could be 27th. It really doesn't matter to me. It's not that big of a deal. But this one, as soon as I saw it, had to be number one. I'm not a massive Vegas fan. I like Vegas. I've been to this arena. I love their fans. I love the city. I love everything they've got going on. But objectively, this is amazing. This has to be number one for me. It's just so good. So that's my ranking, guys. Take it for what it's worth. Take it with a grain of salt. It's not supposed to be a serious video. If this video upsets you, like I've always said, go for a walk, pet a cat, pet a dog, you know, have a drink of some Kool-Aid or Yoo-Hoo. Don't get upset about this video. It's a silly ranking video about ice surfaces. Like, calm down if this upsets you. But thank you for watching. I appreciate you if you are new. And if you like this video, if you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Hit the subscribe button down below. If you did like this video, please hit the like button. That helps me a lot. Hope you guys are having a really great day. Can't wait to talk to you soon in other videos, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios.